What are you thinking about when you're meditating? The short answer is nothing. You better stop thinking. That is the recommendation. Because meditation is not creative thinking. Meditation is also not a contemplation of brainstorming idea collection and association chains and planning about your future, figuring out your past. This is not what meditation is about. Even though people can benefit and can have great ideas while meditating, and there is other approaches like the mentioned creative thinking in a contemplative mindset and in a peaceful space, and maybe even while sitting down with closed eyes. Yes, you can do creative thinking and have the best ideas of your life. I'm not denying that. But classically speaking, the practice of yogic meditation, the path of meditative awareness as it was shared by Gautama Buddha, this path is not about lots of thoughts, thinking about better this or better thinking about that, and how to figure out this problem and how to find solutions to this obstacle in my life. This is not what meditation is about. Again, it can happen on the way, and you might have a great idea, yes. But in meditation, we actually try to do the opposite. We get out of the daily life to-do list thinking, of figuring out our life's issues in that moment of meditation. It is counterindicated. It is actually misunderstanding and a wrong approach to meditation if you try to focus on the real meditation, which could have many objects and types of meditation, but it is definitely not daily life thinking. So it's not so much actually of what you should be thinking about. I cannot give you the answer, think about this or think about that, of this problem or that topic in your life. This is not what I could answer because it's not even the topic, it's not even the question. The recommendation is focus on the object of your meditation. And usually that is not even a meditation, but it is a concentration. So focus on the object of your concentration. And usually we are not even concentrating, but we are trying to concentrate on the object. What object am I talking about? This can be many things. It could be, for example, your breath. Breath awareness is an object of meditation / concentration. Becoming aware of the inhalation, exhalation. Okay, that's a very famous, widespread, and culturally, religiously neutral and therefore acceptable object. There can be other points and areas in your body, like focus your attention in the third eye, middle forehead, or between the eyebrows. Focus on your heart. So these are common areas in our body where we can bring our attention to. In the yogic tradition, those would be related to the famous chakras, these energy centers. So think about your breath, think about your chakra. Yes and no. It's not thinking about it. Oh, how beautiful it is. I wonder how it is, the heart chakra, what it is about. No, it's not about thinking about the object or the breath, trying to figure out how is the respiratory system, the biochemistry, physiology of my breath. Breath meditation is not thinking about your breath or thinking about your heart chakra, your third eye, or about your mantra that you're meditating on, or whatever other object you might be meditating upon. You're not thinking about it, but you're just being present with it. You're just perceiving it directly. A first-hand experiential understanding of that object of meditation, and not a second-hand thought about that object. So you're not thinking about anything, because thinking about is a discursive approach of storytelling, of my opinion, of my preferences, my ideas, my subjective, judgmental, boxing concepts, my intellectual ideas, my theories, my speculations, and all the rest of it. This is not what meditation is about. Meditation is a direct, intimate experience of the phenomenon as they are arising in our own body. And that could be the breath rising and falling. In the inhale and exhale, we simply observe the breath as it is without a comment. If at all, to make it easier for our concentration, we might call it inhale, exhale. Or as they do when we bring the awareness to the abdomen in our breath, the belly is rising and falling. Okay, maybe you label that. That's a common approach in mindfulness meditation, such as Vipassana, coming from the Theravada Buddhism. Sure, maybe you give it a short label, in and out. But you're still not thinking about the breath. Maybe you put a verbal cue to make it easier for you to focus. But the project is not to figure it out and think about, but to simply be aware of. To cultivate a mindful presence in which the sensations, the phenomena, the perceptions are arising. And our job is to simply witness them, to observe them without the comments and judgments of our mind. The mind likes to go to the next level and think about how well I am doing in my meditation concentration. So I'm thinking about myself as a meditator. I think I'm doing pretty well. I've been already counting my breath for 7 breaths and I didn't miss a single breath. I think I'm doing good. I'm a good meditator. I'm doing well. Or, more commonly, the opposite. It doesn't work. I think meditation is not for me. I tried so hard. Nothing works. I'm just lost in my thoughts, thinking about something. The teacher told me I shouldn't think about anything, but still I cannot. Then my mind is drifting again. And then I bring it quietly, or it's very aggravated, or it's like this and like that. And then I have thoughts about myself as the meditator. I'm having kind of like a meta perspective, like a journalist, sports commentator, who's having a comment not only about the players on the field, but also about the coach at the sideline and how well the coach and the team are doing. And it's still verbal, discursive opinions, thinking, talking about something. So this is the chatterboxing mind, which always has a lot to say. But in meditation, we try to calm it down, slow it down, and even allow it to subside, meaning dissolve in stillness. And there might be thoughts still happening in the background, and the mind might be continuing to have thoughts about something, but I'm not so interested in these storylines of my mind thinking about things. I'm simply observing and witnessing this tendency of the mind. There is a mind. I have a mind which is very active. But I am not just my mind, because I can observe my mind chatterboxing. And I try to step back, zoom out, and see the mind for what it is. A hyperactive chatterbox. And it's very active. And some people even, they assume that meditation makes their mind even more active. It's usually not the case. Our mind is very active during the daytime, but we don't even notice. We're just checking another notification, answering another message here, having another conversation over there, remembering that we still need to go here, do that. We are constantly in this hyperactive mind. Just when we're sitting down, closing our eyes, trying to meditate, concentrate, then we only notice like, wow, my mind is constantly thinking about things in the past and in the future, having some opinions of good and bad things in my memory and in my anticipation of future events. So my mind is constantly busy and active in the good and bad things in past and future. In the daytime, in wakefulness, all the time. Even during dream sleep, we are still processing the old stuff. In meditation, when we try to sit down and meditate, it continues. And it's an habitual pattern of the mind to be chatterboxing, to, like a cow, chew again, re-chew and redigest all the stuff from the past. The good old days and my old failures, traumas, etc. Let's think about it again. We're re-chewing, redigesting our past for the 463rd time this year. I'm bringing up this old memory and let me think about it again. Maybe now I can find a resolution to this old trauma, failure, screw up situation. Your meditation is not the moment to figure that out. And this is not how meditation will bring peace to your mind, that you think about it again and then there will be a solution in the mind, that you figure it out, you find the answer. Not in that way. The answers are coming indirectly. When you allow your mind to be quiet, when these thoughts might still be happening in the background, but you're not so interested in the 78th round of commenting and opinionated thinking about the same topic again and again. That just happens in the background and it might go on, but you don't believe all your thoughts. There are thoughts, but experience shows that they are not so trustworthy, that they are somewhat twisted, repetitive, and sometimes even dragging us down in vicious circles. And we want to step out of this cycle of just hamster wheel mind, thinking about my life. We've had enough of this. Meditation is here to give you a break. The mind might continue, but you are stable, ready, and available to observe whatever arises, but you don't get attached and overexcited, but you just let it pass, with the famous metaphor of the thoughts like the clouds in the sky just passing by. Your job is to, if at all, observe how the clouds are changing, passing, without getting overexcited, grabbing onto one. You simply observe the movement. Aha, they are moving. And you don't take it personal. You don't get invested and try to grasp, hold on to. Your job is to be aware of the blue sky, that silent background of pure consciousness, which gives you a stable anchor and a peaceful space wherever you're at, however loud and noisy your mind might be. You are not your thoughts. There is a thought arising and passing. There is a mind. I am not just my mind. I am much more than this. Who are you? What is the essence of your being? Don't think about it, but observe, be present with a direct experience of your existential core. Witness and be peacefully present beyond the movement of thoughts, emotions, feelings. Allow yourself to go deeper, and so much deeper, into altered states of consciousness, into the wonderlands of yogic ecstasy. Please share your comments, how it helped you to go beyond the mind, how difficult it was to let go of this thinking about my problems. That we can acknowledge that for everybody it can be a challenge, and we all, including myself, including my meditation teacher, including masters, we all get overwhelmed by our hyperactive mind. But with practice, we learn to take the mind less and less serious, at least during these short meditation practices where we give ourselves a break to go beyond the mind. And then 23/7, for most of the day and night, we are still available for the mind to tell us another story about our life. Give it a try to at least sometimes go beyond the mind. Don't think about anything. Just be aware with whatever is alive in your present moment.